Pounders, welcome back. Week 1 is almost finished. I'm sure everyone has their victory laps out of the way, or you could be panicking because you didn't draft Derrick Henry again. It's early. The season is just getting started. We're going to cover week 1, everything that we noticed and stuff that's going to help us going forward into week 2. Early Battle Royale drafts are already underway. The rankings that opened up are disgusting. So we'll go over how we can take advantage of the early risers and make some unique combos early in the week, which is one of my favorite times to draft is on Contest Open. My second favorite time to draft is right before contest close on Sunday or Saturday night, whatever BR is going to fill up. You get people that have drafted all week and they start doing weird shish and they let players fall that shouldn't fall. And you're getting good combinations, just like you were early in the week when people are taking Josh Allen at the 102. CMC, and we'll go over it. CMC goes at the 4 right now, which clearly there's an obvious edge already. Very, very obvious. So we'll get into that. First, let's just do a quick brief overview of the biggest scorers over here on Fantasy Pros helping us out. Josh Allen putting up 38.8. That's my QB1 this season for the elites. Very happy to see that. Lamar, you saw the stats at halftime. Like, he didn't have to throw the ball that much. He was super efficient, had 3 tutties on like 14 passes. It was something very low. Derrick Henry had the game of his life until he didn't, dropping the ball at the end there, giving Buffalo a chance to come back. But maybe one of the bigger surprises, and not for everybody, because some people are drafting the crap out of him, but we know he fell towards the mid-season to the end of the season. Once we got into camp and it didn't look that good, Justin Fields fell in drafts behind Drake May towards the end of the BBM season. He puts up almost a 30-burger here. Daniel Jones, one of my call-outs for the Eliminator for the Patreon members as well as the YouTube memberships, as one of my top 2 favorite Eliminator picks. Wow. The tush push, QB sneaks, Daniel Jones on the goal line. We didn't see this happening for JT, but you know whether it's going to be Jones or A-Rich, like some of those tutties are going to come away from JT. JT will have his weeks. He was one of the only running backs used this week, so you have that going for you. Maybe a little buy low and redraft if people are worried about Daniel Jones sneaking into the end zone here and there. We'll take a buy low for sure. Wow, this isn't free anymore. I am such a loser. Man. Well, I'll find another website. That's crazy. Everything's behind a paywall. Bestballoverlay.com. No, seriously, we did just drop our new overlay for Battle Royale. I'm excited. Haven't used it yet. Just dropped today, thanks to Josh. So we'll be getting that up on the screen as well when we're drafting. Lamar putting up 29. We love that. Derrick Henry, 28.7. Oh my God. 5th total in points, including QBs. Crazy. Just a crazy, crazy week. Aaron Rodgers, one of the surprises on the week as well. We talk about these 3 QB builds. He was getting drafted in nearly 100% of contests. Very, very good week for Rodgers on a game that didn't seem like it was going to be that high scoring. What happened? What happened? Dallas versus the Eagles, 20-24. Thought there was some really big bright sides here for Dallas and how the offense looked. We knew this wasn't going to be, and yeah, of course, it takes one play for Pickens to get there. This wasn't a Pickens game script type game. Dallas's O-line, Philly's rushing ability with their defensive line didn't give Pickens a lot of time to get down there. This was a Lamb game. Had Lamb written all over it. Lamb is getting some help with Pickens spreading the field as well. I truly believe that. So Lamb, this could have been massive with some of those drops. He could put up a massive number. But again, they have the Giants this week, so Dak's gonna be under pressure, man. It's gonna be funny. How about this one, boys? The haters, they wanted it to be everyone and anyone but it is Javonte Williams getting 17 touches on week 1. Not the most efficient, but again, Philly's D-line punches it in 2 times. You're ecstatic, especially if you were slamming him right when BBM opened, as we were transitioning from the big board to BBM in early April. He was in the 150s. He was in the I think he was like 154, because we were still reaching up a little on him at that time to like just one round before in the 140s. And unbelievable, because what happened in BBM, influencers turned it into, this is going to be Jaden Blue's offense. And Blue, I think, at one point flipped Javonte, and I can pull this up on the overlay website, and you can too for free. All you have to do is make an account, no credit card required. Here we go. Pull up Javonte Williams, and we'll just go over the history here. We'll add Jaden Blue. Did he flip? Oh, it was close. It was close. He got within 8 spots. A couple times. And then towards the end, Javonte Williams really pulled away 23 spots. The slappies had enough. The redraft bros, which might be sharper in some cases, they come back and they take Javonte, the RB1 on Dallas. He still has a long way to pay out his ADP of 120. Like, it's one game. But if you're drafting him 150, 160, 170, he slid 30, 40 picks in some drafts. You're happy with it. Just like if you're drafting Jatori. Like, same thing. If you were taking him early, shout out to Frank, King of Kings. Whoa, man, you are cooking. You are absolutely cooking. But yeah, I'm not too worried about Dallas. Ferguson, 5 catches, not a lot of production. Couple hospital balls, couple red zone targets though, which should be noted. Couple red zone targets, and yeah, I think Ferguson will have better games as well. Philly, remember what we said? Like, oh yeah, this schedule this year, the closer games are gonna make them throw. They're like, nah, we're just gonna control this game in a 1-score game and still run. So we need this team to be like playing from behind, and you're not gonna get it that much. You're just not. There'll be better games, obviously, for this passing offense. But and I don't see them moving AJ Brown. They just extended him. This is a team that's going to have Super Bowl hopes again this year. So, and he's a big reason that, he's dragging 2 defenders with him. So he's opening up the run game. He's opening up some lanes for Jalen Hurts, who ran the ball 14 times and had 2 tutties. This is why Jalen Hurts in the 50s was a mistake. It was a mistake because he doesn't even need to pass the ball. He's getting fantasy points here in the ground. This is 18 points right here. Interesting game, the first game of the year, but nonetheless here. We'll try to speed through the games even quicker than that too. Chiefs, Chargers. Herbert looked awesome. Mahomes gets there on the ground with 57 rushing yards and a touchdown. He still puts up a sizable game. Ton of targets here for Hollywood Brown. Another injury to Worthy. So Hollywood Brown picking him up in full-point PPR leagues, definitely. Half-point PPR leagues, still, yes. If you're worried about anyone even like Ridley, you drafted Worthy, you need someone to like fill in. Like, Hollywood Brown's gonna be up there. Quentin Johnson's going to be up there, although I still like Quentin Johnson more. Maybe like half-point PPR and like the best ball formats. It's just so good. And we crush it. We crush it. We crushed it on Keenan Allen, boys. It feels good. It feels good. Now, I should have drafted him willingly, I'll admit. I should have drafted him all the way down the board. And we slowed down. We 100% slowed down after he landed with the Chargers because we had 25% at average pick of 180. He went down to 120. Still a good pick in the 140s, still a good pick in the 130s, probably still a good pick in the 120s for how much he played. It's pretty insane, but I'm very happy, and this is very similar across all contests for me, so, very excited for it was a good landing spot, right? And that's part of the risk reward. You don't know where he's gonna land, you don't know if he's gonna retire, but, there was that period of time where it's like, we're not hearing shit, and you pull back a little bit and you find other clicks. It's just the way it is. There's I look at myself, I'm like, "Man, I knew he was going to be a good pick no matter where he landed." Chargers, obviously, very the risk outweighed the risk did not outweigh the reward. The reward's too big, especially for that ADP. We should have been probably closer to 40, 50%. Um, However, I stream a lot of my drafts, and you guys know who I like. So that has something to do with it, but, Najee, not getting a ton of work. Expected, though, coming back from the eye thing. He, just got activated. People thought he was missing week 1. People thought he was dead. Like, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I think he will get mixed in a little more, but, Mary Hampton, 3.2 yards per carry, that's not gonna keep Najee from getting touches, that's for sure. Casey, very good at stopping the run, especially inside, and we'll see Casey take on who this week? Is it Philly? So maybe bump Barkley spot or 2, but, I think Barkley goes 1 spot ahead of CMC right now. I'm probably gonna flip those 2. Bucks, Falcons. Not the, barn burner that we thought we were going to get here. 5.2 yards average for Baker Mayfield, sort of dunking it. Donkey Irving being super underwhelming, 2.6, but gets there in the air, saves his fantasy day with the receiving touchdown. Yeah, this was just not it. But Emeka, oh my, 2 tutties on the opener. What a beautiful thing. Now, if you guys remember my big board content, we were 100% Egbuka over Luther Burden. I'm still very curious how that take's going to turn out. They could both hit for that range. They were going in, the 80 range in the big board, I wanna say, but we were 100% on team Egbuka. Very curious how that one's gonna shake up. But Kate Otten not getting not he have a goose egg on targets. There's gonna be better days for the Bucks, but maybe a little more of a fragile team than we thought. But, they do pull out the win here against Atlanta in a pretty good and entertaining game. Bijan, 6 catches for 100 yards. He had that one long one for a tutty. Did little to nothing on the ground, actually splitting carries with Algier. They both did nothing. Couple red zone rushes for Algier as well. Drake London, we'll see how I think it turned out being an AC joint, but, oh my, if he goes down like Kyle Pitts is just gonna be a volume hog, he would have to be. He would just have to be, and Ray McLeod would be just a good pick as well. Um, if you were slamming him, especially in a contest like the Eliminator, I know a lot of people are mixing in Ray Lim. He's gonna get a boost if Drake London can't go. Bijan's targets are gonna go up. I mean, you consolidate this offense but it could start to get pretty ugly without Drake London on the field there. I do worry a little bit. I'm gonna be crushing my pre-workout drink because I'm gonna hit a workout right after this one as well, boys. Do the recap. We'll do a couple BRs. We'll get to the streets. We'll cover the risers and we'll skedats. Dude, I like Cincy. What is Cincy? What are we doing? What are we doing? Every single year? Every single year? There's no way. There's no way. You can't start slow every single season. Burrow here. Can I gotta be able to let me make myself smaller. How's this? Yeah. You guys don't need to see my face. Burrow here, 14 of 23, 113 yards, 4.9 yards average in the air. 1 tutty, Chase Brown, note this, only one that got a touch for the running back room, 2 yards per carry. Oh god, the lack of efficiency, and then Noah Fant scores the touchdown. Just put the icing on the cake here for the Bengals. Noah Fant scores the touchdown. Too funny, too funny. There'll be better weeks, but, the Bengals are lucky. The Bengals are lucky. The Browns missed a freaking extra point. They missed a chip in field goal. The Bengals try to do this to themselves every year. I don't get it. I really don't get it, but, maybe reason not to panic though, because 'cause we've seen it before, I guess. Joe Flacco, another one of the really good pick for Superflex, eliminator for the early weeks. Uh, 45 attempts, 290 yards, 2 interceptions. Didn't look good by any means. 1 tutty, a shit ton of checkdowns, I think, with Samson too, yeah. 8 checkdowns. This is really good for Samson's, fantasy value for sure. Almost putting up 100 yards and 8 catches. That's great. Judy, not doing much. I actually like him this week because I think he'll be lower owned. Cedric Tillman, yeah, we're happy, boys. We're very we're very happy. I don't know how he stayed at this ADP the whole time, but we just drafted him whenever he was there. We just kept taking him, and we're very happy about Quentin Johnson too. I mean, his ADP ended up at 193. And our average is 154, but your average doesn't matter if he crushes it. It doesn't matter if he crushes it. We're stoked here. Looks like the Chargers are just wheels up. Just looks like the Chargers are wheels up no matter what. No, I was gonna say, did I exit out? The Njoku sorta underwhelming, but had 6 targets. Something to note, Harold Finnan Jr. had 9 targets. Dude's involved early. Where's my boy? Where's my boy Ben Haskell, man? Where's my man Ben Haskell? Holy shite, he's gotta be excited. That is a good game 1. You really can't ask for much more. 9 targets, 7 catches, 63 yards from the rookie tight end. He got a touch on the ground? Yeah, he got a touch on the ground too. This dude had 8 touches. Like, holy crap. He, you're probably pretty excited if you were mixing him in at the end of the contest there. In BDM, when he was getting the positive coach speak. Shout out to our boy Crispy, who came in 17th in, I believe, the $3 Wildcat. Nice little payout there, 500 bones. Absolutely. Very nice, my man. And you guys can post your winners in the Hall of Fame channel on Discord to be featured on these weekly videos. All right. The Bengals. I still might have Chase as my 101 next week. Just forget, like, everything you saw, and we'll talk about why he's gonna be my 101. Wide receivers, a little sketchy after round 2. All right. This is a tough one, and we knew the Dolphins, there was a chance for this to go very bad, and it went worse than that. It somehow went worse than you could have even imagined. I mean, didn't establish the run, couldn't complete passes. It was just Waddle and Hill can't stay on the field. All right, that's nothing new. We knew that was coming, but at the same time, like, playing you're playing the Colts, you're playing Daniel Jones, you can't lose this game. You can't lose this game this bad. They got most of these points in the 4th quarter, in the 3rd, late 4th. Like, this game was already over. This game was already over. Disgusting. But JT, 18 touches on the ground. DJ Giddens, 12 touches. This is what we're talking about. I mean, yes, they had the lead. These are, like, a lot of 4th quarter touches, but, we at least identified the RB2 in this offense. If JT goes down, Giddens has got massive value in the best ball. No doubt, no doubt. Wide receivers, Pittman, Warren, these are just Daniel Jones type guys. We sorta knew he was gonna go like this. Alec Pierce, went late anyways. He's gonna be spike week dependent, but there was a reason why he was falling towards the end of the season. AD will also suffer a little bit under Jones as well, but AD gonna be just mixed in as the wide receiver 3 as well, unless we get injury to one of these receivers. Josh Downs taking the biggest hit so far and only playing on 3 wide receiver sets. We'll see if that changes. Doubt it. Yeah, JT getting 21 touches, not playing a full game, wheels up. These touchdowns will come. Jones's touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. Is he just here? Is he just here to stay? I had 5%, and I'm starting to think that was not enough. And people, they gave me shit. Anytime I drafted Daniel Jones on a live stream, someone gave me shit. Like, without a doubt. Without a doubt. No, we didn't get to New England yet. What a disappointment that was. Here we go. Raiders, Pats. Raiders look good. Geno looks good. A lot of options, and he hit him. He hit him multiple times. Don Thornton had a better football game than he did fantasy. Icy the game towards the end with the long catch. Trey Tucker, maybe Geno pseudo like Tyler Lockett. Let me see if the snap counts are out yet. Because I am curious on a few teams that were utilizing just a shit ton of wide receivers. I do think the snaps are out, so this is going to be very good for us. Yeah. So Trey Tucker played 90% of snaps. Donta Thornton played 60%. Jacoby Myers, 94% full-time receiver. The shocker is going to be 51% of snaps for Brock Bowers. Obviously, this is going to go down towards the fourth quarter where he sat out a drive or two. I don't think even if he played all those, I don't think he would have eclipsed 62%. So a little like what's going on here. Michael Mayer playing 63% himself. So you're seeing those 2 tight end sets. Mayer icing the game on a nice first down catch as well. Genty, really the only RB in this offense. Unless he goes down, then Zamir White might have some value. But 3 touches versus 19 and another 2 in the air. So 21 touches, Genty's first NFL game. Look at this list of receivers. Dude, everyone got a target. Like everybody got a target. Booty played well. He looked good. Maybe a deeper 14, 12 team, maybe PPR. Depends how many injuries you have on your team. You have London down. If you have Worthy, same team, like maybe you're looking at someone like Booty as well. Waivers. Henry getting 8 targets, very nice. Didn't get in the end zone though. You need the tutties for the touch for the tight ends here to spike. Diggs, 6 for 57. Most of it coming after the first half. Be curious if they start ramping him up a little earlier, try to get him going earlier. Patriots just could have did a lot better on like all fronts. But yeah, I expect this to go up. Like Diggs played 41% of snaps and he still had 7 targets. Okay. Okay. Matt Collins played 56% of snaps and had 2 targets, 1 catch for 3 yards. I do expect them to sort of phase out Matt Collins, add some more Diggs in once they get his legs under him, playing full game speed, all that coming back from the ACL this season. So I am not panicking on Diggs yet. I don't think you should either. Kyle Williams only playing 10% of snaps. Again, the Pats just kind of a mess right now. There's no way around it. It's just they're kind of a mess. Running, like we're just gonna run the ball 5 times with Henderson and 7 with Stevenson. It's just like what? Very, very bad. Very bad. It was a tough game to watch, but you have to give it out to the Raiders. Raiders played well. Raiders defense held the pass at 13 points. That's really good, but I was disappointed Drake made only 1 designed run. Only 1 designed run, and I forgot who posted it. I wish I could give the credit. Someone on Twitter posted, 1 designed run for Drake May, same amount of designed runs for Matthew Stafford. Some shit just makes you laugh, man. Some shit just makes you laugh. Cardinals Saints. Well, let's hit on the Cardinals side of the ball. Looked like Kyler and friends were gonna have a game sort of slowed down in the second half here, getting 3 points. But Marv, as well as McBride, looking good. Marvin scoring on his first game this year, so that's awesome. James Conner getting a little shuffle pass for a tutty, saves his fantasy day. Trey Benson, efficient with 8 touches, but also involved a little bit here in the passing game. Let me see the splits here. James Conner, 65%, Benson, 33%. Zay Jones playing as the wide receiver 3, 47%. Michael Wilson, 67%. Yo, where's Nick? Where's Nick? You gotta stop clicking Michael Wilson, man. This is the last year, dude. This is the last year. Spencer Rattler dishing it out 46 times, 27 completions, 214 yards. Alvin Kamara, 11 touches, 45 yards. Brown, 1 touchdown. Came early, second quarter. It looked like Kamara was gonna have a big day until he only got 2 targets. Like, when do you give Kamara 2 targets? Yeah, you probably could have won this game with dinking and dunking it to Kamara. But a close one. Gotta give it to the Saints. They had a chance at the end of the game too. 9 targets. 13 targets. Olave. Jawan Johnson. 11 targets. 8 catches. 76 yards. Big volume. That is big volume for Jawan Johnson. Wheels up. Crazy. That shit's crazy. Those 3 tight end builds. And Jonnu getting in the end zone here. Now, this is the game no one predicted was going over 60. That's for sure. Holy shite. Rodgers super efficient. I mean, 4 tutties, no interceptions, 244 yards. Warren, Gainwell, Caleb Johnson for -2 yards. Wait. Did I not cover this? Let me see. Demario Douglas, 2 catches, 1 touchdown, -2 yards. You heard that. You heard that correct. Demario Douglas, 2 catches, -2 yards, 1 touchdown. That's a stat. That's a stat. You just book that one. You just book that. That's crazy. 63% of snaps. Not good. DK Metcalf, 7 targets, put up 83 yards, real nice, but Calvin Austin's the one that gets into the end zone. Didn't have this one on my bingo card. Storonek getting in the end zone, a 22-yard kick. And Jalen Warren in the receiving game, saving his day. Jonnu as well on 5 catches, 15 yards, 1 touchdown, but good enough for the tight ends. Justin Fields puts up a 30-burger with 16 passing attempts. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Breece Hall proving the haters and the faders wrong. I don't know how much Hall we ended up with, but I definitely stopped taking him at some point. I was trying to mix him in a little bit at the end to get my average up, but I'm happy I'm over Field because it looks like it's the Breece Hall show. I mean, Braylon Allen's still a good piece to have. If this team's out of contention for the playoffs, they could move Breece. So I wouldn't panic at all in your best ball shares. Braylon Allen, anyways, where he was going early, was in that handcuff range to start. So my average on Braylon Allen's 164 on 11%, which I feel pretty good about. He ended at 125, which is like, I don't know, a little aggressive. But so far, it's the Breece Hall show, and he sort of showed why. The only thing is, couple catches, 2, 4. We know this stat. Like, Justin Fields checks the ball down to his running backs. So it shouldn't be a big surprise to see Breece Hall get a little bit of work here in the receiving game. Mason Taylor had 1 catch for 20 yards. Wide receiver 2 just kind of irrelevant with Josh Reynolds so far, and Garrett Wilson, focal point of offense. 34-32 Steelers. Hey, I'm good with it. Maybe these games will be watchable. That's great. That's great. Giants Manders. Are we gonna? Where's Dart? Like, where's? I'm already on Team Dart. We need the Dart. The running game here was just like nothing. Cam Scat went for -3 yards. Hate to see it. Russ, the rushing leader with 44. And there's just nothing here. There wasn't a lot of good. There was just not a lot of good. Slayton one target. Neighbors had 12 targets. Wandale, PPR merchant, but half point PPR. Not going to give you too many weeks of relevancy here, at least not with the way things are looking. With Russ, maybe better weeks ahead, but again, another team that didn't establish the run, played from behind a little bit, although being down 7 points is not bad in the first quarter. Being down 14-3 is still not bad. 14-6, your one-score game, like, going into the fourth quarter, you would have thought they would have a little more on here. Daniel Jones put up another really good performance. I mean, he had 11 rushing attempts for 68 yards. No interceptions, 1 touchdown, 233 yards. The running game here is interesting. Jeremy McNichols was live instead of Chris Rod. Debo gets a rushing attempt, 19 yards, and he gets into the end zone. Bill gets into the end zone on 10 touches. And Debo, receiving leader. He had a great week. Really nice spike week from Debo Samuel. Someone that was shouted in the Discord is like an easy flip-flop to get rid of a large portion of the field would be to, instead of drafting Terry, take Debo, who's going to be much less owned, and guess what happens? Debo hits, and I'm pretty sure he finished as one of the higher scoring wide receivers on the week. So that take absolutely smashed. No way around it. All right, who's panicking on Bryce Young yet? Let's check the Young shares. I know they're not high, 7%. It's more so I have a lot of everyone else that we're a little under on, but a lot of I don't know. Maybe I don't have a ton. 9% Coker, Sanders. Sanders were at 9.5%. So I guess I'm around field on the Panthers. But my God, he turned into a pumpkin against the Jags. Not a great first sign. Offense still very heavy. Chuba, we'll see if this continues to go like this. But 16 touches on the ground. Chuba getting into the end zone in the air. But Rico ends up with 5 touches. Not bad. Would like to see that go from like 5 to like 8 on a weekly basis. But the number one handcuff here. So for where he was going, it's fine. Bryce Young, 5 rushing attempts for 40 yards, which is nice. But yeah, just not a lot doing. Just not a lot. 6 targets for Renfro on the first game. Dude just signed. We get 3 catches for 10 yards. Just sort of gross. I love this part. I want to savor this. I'm gonna take a good sip here. I want to savor this moment with Jacksonville rushing here. All right. No matter what you did, you were gonna be wrong. No matter what you did, you were gonna be wrong. Except for if you drafted Travis. Oh man. Yeah. We'll see. Like anything can happen. This is not a victory lap, but my God. If they don't trade Travis Etienne doesn't get hurt, like Tank Bigsby season, he's not winning that role. He's not winning. He's not winning the role. He's not the best RB in the offense. A lot of people were wrong. And man, they steamed him up. 2 and 3 touches on his season opener. Brian Thomas Jr. getting the tutty, though, in the red zone. ETN, another 3 catches here, so a total of 19 touches for ETN. His long was 71 yards, broke a nice one, and then the rest of the offense was just pretty bad. Like, T-Law played pretty bad. Brian Thomas Jr. had 1 catch on 7 targets. Travis Hunter had 6 catches for 33 yards. No one really did shit. No one really did shit except for Travis Etienne. Oh, man. The football's back. Football's back. We got a few more games here. Let's fly through. Titans, literally nothing positive to say. Pollard, you had 19 touches. Pretty good. Not really enough to have meaningful numbers, but what did he crack? He just cracked over 10 points. Everything else was pretty bad. Gunnar Helm had an early catch. Not a great sign for Chig, but let me check the early snaps here. Alec playing 79%, his first game with Tyler Lockett playing 58% is a good sign. Chig playing 88%, which is actually a really good sign for Chig. And then Denver. Bo Nick should have some better weeks than this. But, I mean, 8 carries. He didn't really do a whole lot with it. But that's a good sign that he's willing to move out of the pocket and get downfield. Portland Sutton just manages to get there with the touchdown. Yeah, Evan Ingram going down with an injury, his hamstring. We'll see what's gonna happen there. That's gonna open up targets, though. And if I had to guess, you're gonna see maybe a little more Mims. You're gonna see a little more Troy Franklin, and Sutton getting some of that. But Harvey, 6 touches for 70 yards, along with 50. Would love to see him a little more involved in the passing game. Dobbins still touching the ball 18 times this game. Very interesting. CMC, I guess he's healthy. 31 touches on the season opener for CMC, just over 140 yards. No touchdown, though, which is, like, kind of mind-blowing. That used to be a free square back in the day, not last year, obviously, the year before, like, free square, CMC touchdown, anytime touchdown. He ended up, like, heavily, like, punishing you for taking it. It would, like, pay 0.63. Yeah, that might be a free score next week, honestly. Kittle down with an injury. Just not a lot of luck here. You got Kendrick Bourne signing today, if you guys didn't see that, with the 49ers. Juwan Jennings, gonna have to check out the health on Juwan Jennings as well. I think he left the game early return, right? 9 touches for B-Rob still, and you don't see Garendo. Sam Darnold, 16, 23, 150 yards, no touchdown. Pretty gross here. And this is one of my bigger victory laps on the season. I mean, shit. And we have to be reasonable, right? I'm gonna be reasonable and unbiased no matter what my bags look like. K-Walk was dealing with an injury in preseason and camp, so they could be just ramping him up. I wouldn't be selling K-Walk as if you own a redraft, I would not be shopping him. You're not gonna get shit. And then I don't know if I'd necessarily be buying Charbonnet because you'd be buying high. But my God, am I happy to have 15% Charbonnet and 4% K-Walk. I think there's no time like today. And that's my favorite part about having a stance on a player that goes early and then pairing it with the counterpart that goes later. If you're right on both of those things, you're gonna absolutely push forward a ton of those teams. It's interesting. It's still early though, but good first sign for Charbonnet. Would love to see him get involved in the passing game too. But love that. JSN, 13 of the 23 Passing attempts went to JSN. This offense could just be really bad this year. So we'll see. We'll see. Lions, Packers. Lions couldn't do shit against the Packers. Really good pressure on Goff. He still went 31 for 39. Very efficient. Just couldn't turn it into points. The run game was just getting crushed. 11 for 25 for Demont, 9 for 11 for Gibbs. There's a split that we didn't know what it was going to look like. We'll see what it looks like into week 2 as well. But David Montgomery getting 4 targets on the ground, Gibbs getting 10. They were just trying to get yards here, and they really just dink and dunked for the most part. Sam Laporta had a long 32-yard play. Not a bad week for Sam Laporta. 9 targets is also something that you're pretty happy with. Jordan Love didn't have to do a whole lot to win this one. 16 attempts, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I'm sorry, but it looks like all their receivers are part-time receivers. Dobbs playing the most snaps of any receiver for Green Bay with 71%. Matthew Golden playing 48%. A hurt Wicks, who really didn't play much in camp, playing 46%, and like a hurt Reed playing 38%. So I thought this was going to be like early Golden weeks. We're not getting it. I think my Golden shares really fell off towards when he rose up like 14 picks. And I was just not on the bandwagon. We stopped at 3.5%. We'll see. It's early for a rookie who had a couple catches. Kraft getting in the end zone, though. I do like Kraft going forward. But yeah, Jacobs getting his 9 games in a row. He has a touchdown. So Jacobs getting in the end zone, saving his fantasy day as well. Texans, Rams. Stroud picking up where he left off, I guess. Like, not great. Nico Collins basically getting entirely shut down. They passed to 3, 6, 9, 10 different pass catchers in this game. No one went over 32 yards. The Rams just shut him down. And Staffy played well. 245 yards, 1 tutty, no interceptions. Hiron, volume merchant, man. Volume. We didn't see it last year. All of a sudden, is Blake Corum going to come in and take 30%? What if he takes 20%? Kyron won't be worth it. What gave you the indication that he was going to take 20 to 30%? I just don't see it. And again, that was a click in the offseason that, like, if you made it too often, you were getting like, Kyron, like bad pick. I mean, the dude had 18 touches on the ground, another in the receiving game. It's not bad. However, I do think like Corum probably should have been going a little closer to. He should have been drafted, as the RB2 in this offense. If Williams goes down, like Corum's value goes way up. He didn't get drafted in every draft, so we'll see. We'll see, but that's just the way it goes in this offense. He just likes using one RB. Adams not doing anything too exciting, and proven to be the number 1 here. Doesn't matter who's here. If it's up Adams, the 2 olds bending the knee to the young Prince Puka Nacua here. Really the only one making a big impact, except for that Davis Allen tutty. Staffy with just as man runs as Drake May. Oh, God. This game was crazy. Lamar Jackson threw the ball 14 times. They stopped playing football right after the 3rd quarter. And it's too bad. it's too bad. They really, that last drive, they fucking gave up. They really, like a swing. They're swinging it to Zay Flowers on like 2nd and 10. What are you doing? You need a first down. You're going to lose this game. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, wasn't wasn't amazing. For 95% of that game, there was no doubt the Ravens were gonna win, and the Ravens looked dominant, and they didn't even have to do that besides, like, run it with Henry. Oh, now Lamar. Oh, it's in the crosser. Like, he's hitting Zay Flowers. How many 143 yards for Zay Flowers. I got up to 13 or 14% in BBM when he was in the 60s. In the 60s. I was anti-Zay Flowers during the big board, and I became a believer. He fell too far. He fell too far. Mark Andrews only getting 1 target in this one, very run-heavy focus in this one, so providing, some extra blocks there off the O-line. Only 14 passing attempts. Wow. How the hell did they lose this game? How the hell did they lose this game? One thing to note, Rasheen Ali act over Keaton Mitchell's a freaking gut punch, and Justin 2 times for negative 14 yards. That's that's actively not helping. Crazy. That was a really good football game to watch. Derrick Henry played a nearly perfect game, like a career game, had a fumble that literally lost his team the game. I mean, yes, they could have gotten a first down the next drive. You know, the defense made a stop on the 2-point conversion. The Ravens still had the lead, so you can't blame it all on Henry, but that was a costly fumble to say the least. Costly fumble. Josh Allen, I ended up with a ton of Allen, as we do most years, 12.3%. A lot of high stakes teams. I liked Allen in. Really good. Almost puts up 40 points, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. I will say Baltimore started playing soft coverage in the 4th quarter. They didn't wanna give up the big play. They let the Bills come down the field, dunking it all the way down their throat, and then, uh, once they got that fumble, it was like, "Oh, wow, maybe we shouldn't have played such soft coverage," but, that's just the way it is. You're never out of it. When you have an elite QB like Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Hurts, like, these teams are just never out of it. James Cook, 44 yards on the ground, 1 tutty, had a long catch, 51 yards, had 5 catches for 58. Beautiful day for Cook. Elijah Morgan, 1 rush attempt. Um, Palmer, 5 for 61, whatever. Kincaid, you would have thought that he scored 40 points the way Liam was tweeting. He up 12.8, probably a career game for him. Shakir, 6 for 64 here, and Keon Coleman, again, he was getting dinked and dunked in the 4th quarter where a lot of his yards came from. He had a touchdown that came off of a fucking deflection. Like, there's shit went right for Keon Coleman last night, not to mention an 81-point total game. So, this in a whole is what I expect from Buffalo. Like 3, 6, 9, 10 people catching the ball. Um 1 relevant player each week. Maybe 1 relevant player. So you had 1 guy who hit the stat sheet on an 81-point game. And then we have tonight's game, which, should be a doozy. Chicago against Minnesota. We have a lot of Minnesota too, but what do you say we get these BR streets? I have the overlay up. I have not used it yet. Josh just finished the battle royale overlay, so we'll take a first look together. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I gotta get the flashbang for this on night mode. Oh, crisp. All right, what do we have, Josh? And we hit the 101 naturally. He has the spreads up for us on each game. He has the implied team totals. Spreads -11. I guess we could add the implied totals for the specific team too if you guys want. We have the dome games marked out, which is nice, and the biggest thing, the combo tool. No more Excel, no more tracking your shit on Excel or by hand of how many combinations you have of each player. Nope. Nope. You'll be able to download it, your exposures after every draft as well. So let me come here and I have 5. I'll do exposure. Yo, UV. Let me make sure I get Chase here too. Extract drafts active. All right. It's like, let's make sure we get Chase. Chase is gonna be my 101, man. I don't care. And like Chase Lamb, Puka. He's probably my top 3 receivers on the week. Chase, Puka, Neighbors. But like wide receivers kinda some question marks, and the biggest advantage from what I've seen is just getting that early receiver. I mean, Chase's projection is going to be monstrous compared to, the wide receiver 4 on the slate. So, I'm running it back with Chase. I'm not a coward, so let's send it on Chase. I had 30% last week, so what can go wrong? Of course I get the 101 30% of the time week. Chase puts up 3 points. Lamar Jackson goes at the 2. For me, it would be CMC at the 2, Henry at the 3, Lamb at the 4, or some combination of those 2. I don't know if Henry would be a 4 and Lamb would be a 3 just due to wide receiver. I like RB. RB is very deep. RB is extremely deep. Byron here at 26, Breece Hall's live, Connor, ETN, interesting. Chuba Hubbard, we've played twice already out of our 5 drafts. He's not even going drafted right now. It's it's a very interesting slate. You have Josh Allen going at 6. You have Lamar going at 3.6. I do think there's some advantages, and if teams are taking these players early. Hmm, did Underdog let me see. I gotta change the way this looks on screen. I don't like how you can't see the top. Oh, okay. Let's go into this view. And I still need to change it. Let's do this. Let's do this for the viewers. Interesting. Okay. Maybe something like that works. That works for now. Okay, so Josh Allen goes off at 10, comes back around to us. Chase Brown, McBride, and Neighbors. I do want to secure Neighbors. I wanted something like this, hoping to get Burrow on the way back around. I mean, there's 2 badges in here, so I highly doubt we're getting Burrow. 3 picks after ADP is just too much to ask for in these rooms. But this is the way it should be. Here's another feature is you can turn on the correlation if you want to see the correlation with Jacksonville, with Dallas. It'll pop it up for you to see. So here's a bring back with Cincy in Jacksonville. So it just kind of makes it easy. Here's a bring back for Arizona, Carolina. Cool little feature. All right. Let me upload my 5 teams. We got 5 teams of data here. So we have Chase, we have Brad. We have 1 team. Does it also have Neighbors? No, right? Let's go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So it's our second Chase, and you can see we have one with HN, we have two with Chase Harrison. So very, very. And the more teams you have, obviously, the more relevant the information is going to be. Trey McBride, every team we have, and if HN comes back, I'm taking him. Like, we're down to, like, a 50-50 chance he comes to us. It's so early that, I don't really even care, and this would be unique through 4 rounds anyways. Shit, 24 is ludicrous, but there's no way this guy doesn't take him. There's just no way. However, we are getting Burrow back, so I jinx that positively. This guy can't take HN. That's why I say we have a 50-50. This guy just can't take him. He already has his flex. BRs are back, baby. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. On week 2 of Battle Royales here. Week 2. I'm gonna do 20 every single week on the main. Not a ton, but I'm gonna do the $25 the $20 victory lap, the $20 3-entry max, and then the $25 5-entry max. Did I, like, just lose internet? Can you guys hear me? Or did Underdog stop? Yo, Underdog's on a long pause. Yo, that just threw me for a loop. One sec. That's crazy. Yo, UD, come back. Come back. I'm about to get my first Burrow chase share. Come on. Come on. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Hulk in the house. W for Omega, good to see you, my man. Jade, what's up? Mr. Pittsburgh. Charles. Ooh, Dig shipping the dog bowl. That'd be insane. I mean, playing 41% of snaps first week back, it's not a terrible sign, right? I mean, he still put up like flex like numbers. He still put up like 9 points. But you're hoping the ramp up is going to be pretty quick by like week 3, week 4, out there 80% plus. That's 75% plus. It's going to be a big rotation with a lot of the Patriots receivers, but you do expect Diggs to become a full-time receiver pretty quick when he's go. UD just on the long pause right now. On the long pause. Of course, we could have did the recap. Could did the recap now. All right. Let's hit the rankings. Let's rank the first round. Let's pull up the rankings. I'll see on my phone when this goes live, and we'll switch back to the draft. Until then, let's do. Is it back? No. All right. I'm going Chase at the 1, CMC at 2, and then I probably am going to be Lamb at 2, but let's do this so we at least get. We're probably not going to get a ton of Henry anyways doing this, so I might even bump Barkley down a little more, but I really do think it's something like this. Puka's got to be up there, then Gibbs. You can put these QBs in between here. I don't really mind doing something like this. It's probably where I'd put the QBs. I do like McBride this week, and there are a ton of scrolls, but just to do my first round or two here, this is who I want to be heavy on. This is who I want to be in the first 2 rounds this week. It looks like the draft is officially back. Oh, my God. He passed. He passed on a chin. I just got to savor this moment, boys. The moment that we won week 2 Battle Royale on the live stream. Crazy. Do you have anything to say to the people on the live stream? Let's go straight to ESPN. Damn. Oh, oh. Did we ruin it with an ETN bringback? I I don't know if that's the way I wanna go down. I don't know if that's the way I wanna go down. I don't mind the Chuba Hubbard, Trey McBride correlation here. It's my first row share. It's like my 3rd chase team, so it says first, maybe second. I've only done 5 today, but I'm probably gonna do about 10 on Contest Open and then 10 right before it closes. And then max the fullback dive, max the victory lap, max the 3rd and long. Those smaller entrant contests, my bankroll is gonna be a little less. Um, try to stay away from the dog bowls unless we bink something early. We bink something early, we're going full go. We're going full go. I like the DJ Moore click. We'll go over these scrolls too. The DJ Moore click, he's gonna be sub 15% unless I mean, we haven't seen Chicago play, so he could bump up really quick if he has a good game today. Same thing with any of those receivers or Colson Loveland. Could bump up, could bump down. Jake Fergie I think, is worth a look here as a scrolling tight end. I have a share of him already in those 5 drafts. In a red zone target, or 2, both death balls. He could have brought one in, though. Good sign for Fergie. AJ Brown's gonna be going in the last round here, and Higgins off the board, Pollard off the board. Damn, I can't double stack Arizona. That'd just be gross. I can't double stack Arizona. I don't mind this, though. I don't mind this for all the money. Look how far down. Look how far down Chuba is. That's like criminal. I have a ton of Chuba. For that reason, if everyone or a lot of people are gonna stack ETN with Cincy, we're gonna try to get a little different on those teams from time to time. Not that I'll have 0, but in this one where we actually secured Burrow at 24, I don't want it to be the choppy Burrow. Pickens? God, the Giants are gonna be aren't the Giants tell me, boys, I could be wrong. Aren't the Giants gonna be on their ass? That D-line is nasty. Is Dak gonna have time? Is he gonna have time to find it might just be a negative type game script for Pickens again this week against the Giants is what I fear, similar to Philly. Similar to Philly. But let's go over some of these scrolls. Marv, I mean, he should be getting drafted in every contest. This he's pick 18. He's pick 18. Getting taken. God, I like him this week, and I bet Kyler didn't go. So there's some really fun scrolls, and really lean in to those wide receiver ones on their offense. You should have a little bit of mix of their QB, no matter who they are taking those shots. Breece Hall, obviously, you should be drafting a little bit of Breece Hall after what you saw. 21 touches. He looked explosive. He was breaking long runs. He should be in the mix. James Conner, maybe a little more skittish for me, but I think this could be a good game script for James Conner for a get right game. Still involved in the red zone. Had a shuffle pass for a tutty. I would come off of Waddle for now. Probably come off of Hill for now too, but it might just be a complete bounce back game for Tua too. So I don't mind mixing in Hill a little bit here in the last round. I don't think that's necessarily a wrong thing to do. Diggs probably save him for the dog bowl. But Judy against Baltimore, I think's live. If you want to be Cedric Tillman, go crazy. Olave is a super scroll. He had 13 targets, and you you're probably looking into him for the dog bowl more so than BR, but, um, who else? Pittman is live. Denver's gonna be a little tougher of a matchup defensively, though, for Indy, so I don't feel super confident on any Indy pass catcher outside of maybe Tyler Warren, just because it's a tight end position. He doesn't need to put up, 20 to have an impact week just because it's tight end. We'll see what happens with the Chicago game, but, you could be getting a buy low in the last round of any of their receivers who are all going undrafted because, well, shit, someone actually took DJ Moore here, but they're all at 35.8 because no one's seen them, so they're just like they just don't exist, I guess. They just don't exist. I think that's obviously a mistake, and that will probably change after tonight after you get some more information. But Judy against Baltimore as a bring back is fun, and I think that's super viable. Super viable. Cleveland should have to throw in this game, just like I mean, they did throw quite a bit in the last game. It was just, 45 throwing attempts for 290 yards. It's a good sign. It really is for these Cleveland pass catchers. Joe Flacco is gonna provide these guys points. Uh, Kittle, I guess there's no real reason to not take him, but, I just doubt he plays. But with that, if you're getting last pick Kittle, you can sub him for free, right? You can pick swap him for no cost. You're not taking a 0 if he doesn't play. Uh, so for me, this is only a positive. I only see this as a positive, right? I get last round Kittle, he gets an MRI, turns out it was tightness or some shit. It wasn't. You saw him do the classical, like, pull up and, like, grab behind his leg, but still, if there's a 5% chance, it might be worth mixing in. You can just do a free pick swap at the end of the week. Javonte Williams against the Giants. Again, I think they're gonna get bottled up. I think that D-line's gonna be pretty dominant, so we'll see. Anything can happen at the goal line. I would just make other clicks personally. Who else? There's gotta be a lot of tight ends, I would assume. Yeah, all the way down to, like, Hunter Henry is live. Juwan Johnson, I mean, had 11 targets, so 11 targets. Gesicki had 1 in the red zone, but, he's just coming back. He was injured in camp as well. So I'd assume those splits to probably be closer to 50-50 right now as he's coming back with Noah Fant still there. Loveland, I mean, Harold Fannin Jr., 9 targets, 1 rushing attempt, live. Live for a bringback against Baltimore. Goddard against KC. Mark Andrews in a game script that Lamar has more than 14 completed passes works. Njoku overshadowed by Fannin. Oh, you gotta love that highlight. Oh my god. Yeah, I think Henry's live. I think a lot of these tight ends are live. Um, Kincaid goes, Warren goes, and I don't mind correlating Kincaid with Hurts actually, but, yeah, I don't mind that really at all. But I'm probably gonna be taking most of it, I would say, with my Josh Allen shares for sure. Most with the Josh Allen shares. We're waiting on 4. Let's dive into another one. Let's dive into another one. For the overlay, I like just making it as big as the draft board itself and putting it on top of it. Oh my god. Ooh, so maybe we put the oh, Oh. Oh my. Oh my. You have a point. Maybe we put the spreads on here. You're gonna have to talk to Josh. Mm, mm, and maybe we put this RB wide receiver stuff on the left side, so it's all straight in the line, like it is on Underdog. I think that's the only change I would make. This is ooh, you have a point. You have a point, good sir, Mr. Pittsburgh. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this out. Pick 5 is not my favorite. It's not my favorite. We need Lamar Jackson to get drafted. If Lamar Jackson gets drafted, it's not terrible, because then we're getting one of these 4, right? Available all. And we also had, we'll have to bring the ranks button back for the next update. And again, this was just released today. Bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders for 25% off. If you're doing any BRs, it's a must. Like, if you're doing over 30 drafts, it becomes incredibly useful. There's player pool is not as big as BBM, like, you're not drafting 18 rounds, you're drafting 6. So your players could be heavily tied 70, 80%. Other players have no idea. There goes Chase. Let's turn this we can switch this to available so those players just come off the board too. This. Okay. Uh, mm, we're going Lamb. We're going Lamb. We're going Lamb. All right. 50. So I have 2 Lamb teams. 50% is with Gibbs. We're gonna go a Lamb Puka team. Like we said, the wide receivers seem to fall off. So is this my second Puka team? It's my first Puka team. So already unique here. I'll take my cut. That's the thing. Like, you guys bring up good ideas. Like, we're more to accommodate any ideas too. But we had eight of the 36 dog bowl tickets were BBO users last year, and it wasn't due to sheer number of people that were subscribed. It's due to some sharp ass people subscribed to BBO. They know how to use it to their advantage. Got to give them the credit. They get the credit first. Some sharp ass people subscribe. A lot of sharp people. I see the names. I'm like, I know this guy. This guy's a pain in my ass. Ah, shit. All of my 2, so both of my land teams have Taylor. What do we wanna do here with this one? I do kinda like James Cook here, the Jets. I do kinda like James Cook here against the Jets. I think we're going Cook, Burrow, T. Higgs. I think we're going Cook, Burrow, T. Higgs. So let me see. I mean, we could just go JT here because I'm assuming we went different with Puka. So I can add a second player here to my combo tool. So I have Lamb up. If I put Lamb Puka, this is my first Lamb Puka team. I mean, JT is unique for us with this combo anyways. So even though all 3 of my Lamb teams have JT, I like it with Puka too. So let's make this the And that's just one thing I note, right? It's like, okay, you could be 40, 50 drafts in and not know that 90% of your teams or 100% of your teams are tied to one player. Like, that's not ideal. Where it's early week, I don't mind grabbing Taylor here at 20 because I still think he could actually rise up a little bit. And if that happens, then, right, like, if you're pushing those wide receivers early, it's naturally gonna bring up someone like JT, someone that needs a running back. I do think these early rounds, like Lamb, Chase, Puka, I think all have to move up just due to the scarcity of, like, the elite at the position, like, Neighbors I would push up, BTJ, if you wanna say it's gonna be bounce back week, I'm cool with that, but, I think the top elites, it just seems a little rough on this slate, a little rough. So if people realize that, I do think those middle round RBs could come up a little bit, and that's maybe when we'll adjust. Burrow's still on the board. Who drafted Chase and how do you not have Burrow yet? Indy, Denver, Jets. This is just kinda gross, huh? I'm gonna have to go someone like Dak. Let's go Laporta here. Let's grab Laporta against Chicago. We could go Goff. It's just Goff really needs to spread the ball here. I like Goff on double stacks, not gonna lie. But Goff should be really low owned because he had a bad week. Did someone draft Goff? Because that'd be hilarious. Maybe we go Goff here. 2 touchdown week loading for Laporta. Wow. The Chase dude, where's the Chase team? The my god, the Chase team's gonna get Burrow with the last pick. There's nothing we could do because we just gotta go Jared Goff, baby. You just gotta go Jared Goff, baby. It's gonna make a hell of a clip when we finish 10th. That's crazy. Dude, I can't even get I know you guys saw me get him once at 23, but some of these rooms, he's just going to naked teams. It doesn't really matter because both of these guys go late. So, like, it's like he got Burrow here at 23, so it's not creating any, like, uniqueness. No! No way. This guy didn't this guy really didn't want Burrow here. He just really didn't want Burrow. He you know, maybe he didn't think he was still on the board, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Give me Burrow with the last pick, please. Alright, last one. These get addicting. These get these get addicting. I gotta crush the rest of this pre-workout and then, slam a workout, get a shower in, pick up the kids from daycare, call it a Monday, watch some football, call it a Monday. Pick 4. I like pick 4. We don't mind pick 4. Shout out to T Money, one of the and T Long in the house. All the T's. High T. What's cool about the overlay is you can come over here, you go to completed, and with these 7 drafts, I can extract all 7 teams. Which contest now, shout out to Josh, and they extract so much faster. It's like 900 times faster they extract. You can pick the exact contest of the teams you want to extract in. Josh, you killed it. Dude, these updates are insane. These updates are insane. Crazy. The drafter's dream. The drafter's dream. My 43% CMC exposure. A lot of Lamb, a lot of Gibbs. I think Puka's got to rise up. I do think Puka's got to rise up. Let's go, dude. Yeah, man. The YouTubes, you just put the headphones in, you get shit done. You get shit done. I got projects I got to do, so make sure you get on stream so I can, so I have some content, man. Appreciate you coming out, Anthony. Henry goes at 1, CMC goes at 2. I'm telling you, get CMC at 3 and 4 while you still can. Give us Chase at 4. 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 Since he sucks. Fuck. All right, let's go Barkley. Let's go Barkley our first time with a small chance of getting CeeDee Lamb back. If we don't, we'll probably do. Did I say small chance? That's the thing. These QBs are gonna fall, but right now, if you hit the right room, they will both go in the top 4 or 5 picks. You get some nice combinations. I'm telling you, this is a situation where it's like, okay, now I'll pair Lamar at 9 with Barkley. Where he should be going. So, let's turn this into a Flowers. I already did a Flowers, Lamar, Judy bring back. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anybody. Maybe this is a Harold fantasy. Just maybe. Just maybe. J-Dubs. J-Dubs in the house. What's up, baby? Good to see you, dog. Hope week 1 has treated you well. Hope you followed the ways of the pound with Cedric Tillman. God. BTJ off. I'm just going to have a ton of JT this week, I think. The fact that if JT gets into the end zone once, he's going off the board at like pick 10. He's going off the board at pick 9. If he gets in the end zone yesterday, oh my. This we just have to do the neighbors here. We just have to go neighbors here. Again, it's neighbors. Like, if he got into the end zone once, like we know he can, 12 targets, that's a good sign. That's what we call a good sign. You give me neighbors at 16 on this slate where it's like a little tougher at the wide receiver position. We're scooping that every time. We're scooping that every time. Twice on Mondays. 2 times on Mondays. Give me H-Chan. Miami sucks, man. Dude, H-Chan fell to us earlier. So. Okay. Okay. What you want to do? I don't mind Amon-Ra here too. Oh my God. Stop. Drop, and roll. Harold Fannin time. We go Zay Flowers here with the last pick instead of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Our combination was Zay. We only have one Lamar team. It's got Zay. So you're seeing that combination percent 100%. Oh my God. I like how Josh made the numbers bigger too. You know, once you're over 30. Last. Here's a nice one. Here's a nice one from earlier. I think this was off stream. Oh no, this one was on stream. Burrow, Achan, Chuba, Chase Neighbors, Trey McBride. That's strong. We got Achan at 25 in that one. If you guys missed that draft, Achan at 25. Ricky's actually a good shout with Kittle being out. He should probably be closer up here. Do we go Amon-Ra here? Like, just no, right? Just no? We're going Zay. We're going Zay. Lean into that correlation. Lean into the correlation. ETN off the board. Again, like with ETN getting drafted so much, he's going to be drafted probably low 80s, high 80%. I would rather just take someone slightly under him, like Chuba Hubbard, who's going to be drafted a lot less. Very easy switch up for me. Close your eyes. I had to click it quick before I thought about it, because if I thought about it, I would have came off the click. I would have came off the click. We're not coming off it though. 9 touches for Fannin. Well, what he had 8. Was it 8 targets, 7 catches? Yeah, so technically he had 8 touches, but shit, 9 targets in a rushing attempt. That's sick. That's sick for his first game. So we have the bring back with Judy. We have the bring back with Fannin. You know who's gonna be low owns? Mark Andrews, and we know tight end is touchdown dependent. I think you can get a different game script here against Cleveland, but likely it's them running out the clock in the third quarter, fourth quarter. We'll see. We'll see how many. They're gonna put up a ton of points, I would assume, on Cleveland. Man, these are fun. I love this slate. I absolutely love this slate. I want to almost just max this, but we can't. we gotta make good financial decisions here. But if you guys want to ask me any questions, you guys have any questions on this slate, and you aren't already in our Pounders Discord sweating the games on NFL Sunday with us and the NFL Live channel, the link's in the description of the video. The link is in the live chat to the Discord, completely free, 500 plus members, Bestball sickos, and redraft freaks. And we'll catch you guys there. Drafting. I appreciate you guys coming out, and slap the like on the way out. Bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders. Do the things. Appreciate you. Have a good day. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Pounders.